Greetings from Indus Valley Public School Raj. Welcome to e-learning class of English class 10th where we were doing a lesson from Footprints Without Feet. Name of the lesson was Bholi, written by K.A. Abbas. In this lesson, the main protagonist was a girl whose name was Sulekha. So in our previous video, we have seen that there was a girl whose name was Sulekha. She was called Bholi for being a simpleton. This was so because some part of her brain had got damaged due to an injury during her childhood. She stammered and had pock marks on her face which she got when she had contracted smallpox at the age of 2. She was a laughing stock for everyone because whenever she speak, she stammered. Her father Ramlal was a Nambardar. He had 3 sons and 4 daughters, Bholi being the youngest of all. Ramlal was always worried about her as it seemed impossible to marry her with her having an ugly face and dumb mind. One day the Tehsildar visited their village to inaugurate a girls' primary school. He persuaded Ramlal to send his daughters to school. Ramlal's wife suggested to send Bholi to school, although she was against sending girls to school because no boy would marry an educated girl. She reasoned that as Bholi had no chance of getting married, so she could go to school. In the beginning, Bholi was frightened to leave her house, but when, for the first time in her life, she was dressed up and her hair was washed and oiled, she felt that she was to visit a better place. In the school, she met a teacher who asked her to sit at the corner of the classroom. So this is what we have studied in the first part of this lesson. Now children, coming towards the second part, when we complete this part, we will be able to find out these 2 questions like, does she find her teacher different from the people at home? Why do Bholi's parents accept Bisambar's marriage proposal? So here these 2 questions we will be able to find it out. Let's proceed towards the part 2 of the lesson. Bholi did not know what exactly a school was like and what happened there, but she was glad to find so many girls almost of her own age present there. She hoped that one of these girls might become her friend. So now when she went there in the school, because she never used to go out of her house, so she did not know what is a school, what things happened there, how it looks and what it is a place or it is a thing. She was unaware of that. But as soon as she entered the school, she finds that there are many girls of her age. मतलब उसको अपनी एज की काफ़ी girls लिखी and उसको लगा कि I will be having any one girl as a friend. So she was happy at that moment. The lady teacher who was in the class was saying something to the girls, but Bholi could understand nothing. So now the teacher, she was instructing the girls for what to do, what not to do, what to study and what not to study. But Bholi was not paying attention as she did not understand what the teacher is saying to them. She looked at the pictures on the wall. So whatever the pictures were there on the wall, whatever the designs were there on the wall, Bholi was looking at them. The colors fascinated her. So now the pictures are of different colors. She was attracted towards that pictures as she was not listening to the instructions given by the teacher. The horse was brown just like the horse on which Tehsildar had come to visit their village. So now she has seen the picture of horse, that the color of that horse was brown. It is similar to that horse on which Tehsildar visited the village. The same color was there for the horse. Now she was looking at the goat, was black like the goat of their neighbor. So now she started looking at the picture of goat and that goat was black and it is the same color of goat that their neighbor जो उसके बगल में neighbor के पास थी उसी तरह की goat का भी color black था. Then the parrot was green like the parrots she had seen in the mango orchard. Now She had seen the picture of parrot दैट की ऑर्चर्ड जो कि गार्डन में होते हैं, मैंगो के जो पूरा आपका ऑर्चर्ड होता है, गार्डन होता है, बगीचा होता है, उसमें जैसा पैरेट उसे दिखता है, तो सिमिलर पैरेट का कलर शी हैड सीन देयर इन द वॉल्स, ऑन द वॉल्स ऑल्सो. And the cow was just like their Lakshmi. Now, Bholi has seen the picture of cow, and that cow was similar to her cow, whose name was Lakshmi. And suddenly, Bholi noticed that the teacher was standing by her side and smiling at. So now, what happened? As Bholi was busy seeing all this picture and she was admiring the color, she was getting attracted by the color. So suddenly, she noticed that the teacher is looking at her. And the teacher was not saying, she was not getting annoyed, but instead of that, teacher was smiling at her. She was giving her comfort zone by smiling. Then next part. What's your name, little one? Now teacher inquired Lakshmi, like not Lakshmi, that girl Bholi, what is your name? She just want to know the name. But she could stammer no further than that. Then the girl only say few words of her name because she was not able to complete. She was stammering, मतलब वो रुक रुक के बोल रही थी. Then she began to cry and tears flowed from her eyes in a helpless flood. So now when she stammered, no, she started crying. Why? She kept her head down as she sat in her corner, not daring to look up at the girls who she knew were still laughing at her. So she was feeling shame और उसे बहुत बुरा लगा और वो बहुत रोई. तो what she did, she just put her head down in the corner and never, और उसके अंदर से इतना गट्स नहीं आया, उसके अंदर से इतना करेज नहीं आया कि वो वापस खड़े हो, बिकॉज वेन एवर शी ट्राई टू स्पीक तो उसके फेस के आके वो गर्ल्स जो स्माइलिंग फेस जो उसका फन बना रहे थे, जो उसका मजाक बना रहे थे, तो शी वॉज हैविंग दैट फेस कमिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर आईज. When the school bell rang, all the girls scurried out of the classroom. But Bholi dared not to leave her corner. Her head still lowered, she kept on sobbing. So now what happened? But school was over, the school timing was over, bell rang. So all the girls rushed out of the class. सारी girls class के बाहर आ गई. But Bholi did not have the courage to move from that corner place because still she was crying with making loud cry का noise. मतलब जो सिसकियाँ लेके रोने वाला. So she was still continuing to cry in that corner. So she did not get up from that particular place. Bholi. So now what happened? Teacher said, Bholi. What happened? The teacher's voice was so soft and soothing. In her life, she hadn't never been called like that. It touched her heart. So when teacher called her Bholi, her voice was very soft and heart touching. So she get an adorable touch to the Bholi. और उतना adorable touch उसको कभी मिला नहीं था. तो she was totally attached to the teacher. Get up, said the teacher. It was not a command, but just a friendly suggestion. Bholi got up. Now teacher was giving her a comfort zone. बहुत प्यार से उससे बोला कि बोली उठो. I'm not giving you a command. मेरा कोई command नहीं कि तुम यहाँ से उठो. बस as a friendly touch, I'm asking you to get up from this place. Now tell me your name. अब दोबारा से उसके टीचर उसका नाम, she was knowing but she wants to hear from her mouth, तो उससे दोबारा से उससे नाम पूछती हैं. Sweat broke out over her whole body. तो अब भोली के पूरे बॉडी से स्वेट होने लगा because she was sure कि again she is going to stammer and somebody will make fun of her. But what happened? Would a stammering tongue again disgrace her? For the sake of this woman, a kind woman, however, she decided to make an effort. So now भोली को वो लेडी जो टीचर थी बहुत अच्छी लगी क्योंकि उसने एक उसे कंफर्ट दिया, उसको बहुत प्यार से बुलाया. तो for this lady, she again tried to call her name. She had such a soothing voice, she would not laugh at her. And उसको इतना श्योर हो गया था भोली को कि now this teacher is not going to laugh at me. And she begins to stammer. So now this girl, she tried to call her name. Well done, the teacher encouraged her. Come on now, the full name. So the way she was practicing, the teacher was encouraging her and she said, now complete your full name. Now you came up to the second alphabet. Bholi. At last, she was able to say it and felt relieved as if it was a great achievement. So finally, Sulekha was able to tell her the nickname Bholi, and when she told her name, she was like she had achieved something great. Well done. The teacher patted her affectionately and said, put the fear out of your heart and you will be able to speak like everyone else. So when she was able to tell her full name, she was very happy. She appreciated her और उसकी पीठ थपथपाई and said, now remove all the fear. जो तुम्हारे अंदर डर है ना, stammering and everything, just remove from there, and one day I'm sure you are going to speak like other girls also. So she encouraged Bholi. Bholi looked up as if to ask, really? So now the expression of Bholi, वो उसको देखी and उसको लगा सच में मैं बोल पाऊंगी इस तरह से. So she just gave that kind of expression to her teacher. Yes, yes, it will be very easy. You just come to school every day. Will you come? So now teacher made sure from the girl and said that yes, you will be able to speak like other girls, but one thing you need to do is that you have to come to school daily. मतलब तुम daily school आओगे तो ये चीज़ possible है. And then teacher makes sure, are you going to come school? Bholi nodded. उसने अपना सिर हिलाते हुए बोला affirmative में, yes, I will come to school. No, say it loudly. So now teacher said, no need to give me an expression, but you have to tell me from your mouth. Yes. And Bholi herself was astonished that she had been able to say it. So Bholi ने धीरे से बोला हिचकिचाते हुए yes. Now she was surprised कि वो अब सारे words को reply कर रही है. She is able to speak. Didn't I tell you? Now take this book. So now teacher ने कहा कि I told you कि after some time you will be able to speak like other girls. And now she gave her a book. The book was full of nice pictures, and the pictures were in color: dog, cat, goat, horse, parrot, tiger, and a cow just like Lakshmi. So in the book that contained different pictures of animals because they are brightly colored, as this girl was lucrative towards the drawings that was on the wall and she was amazed with the color. So now teacher gave her a book that was full of pictures having different colors, and it also have a picture of cow that was similar to Lakshmi, and with every picture was a word in big black letter. So all these pictures were having first letter and it was written in big black color, like dog ka D, it will be written in capital or something like that. So similarly what happened, in 1 month you will be able to read this book. So now teacher is telling to Bholi, she was encouraging her and told her that after a month when you continuously read this book, you will be able to read perfectly this book. Then I will give you a bigger book. After this, I'll give you another book that will be more bigger than this. Then a still bigger one. And after that, I'll give you another big book. In time, you will be more learned than anyone else in the village. And the teacher encouraged and promised that after some time, you will be more intelligent than anybody else in this village. Just keep trying to work. Then no one will be able to laugh at you. Then she said, made sure that you will be the best girl in the school. Nobody know much more than you in this village, and no one will have courage to laugh in front of you. People will listen to you with respect and you will be able to speak without the slightest stammer. So now what happened? Teacher was encouraging her और बोला कि किसी को हिम्मत नहीं होगी तुम्हारे सामने laugh करने की, and that time you will be speaking and everybody will listen you with respect और सारे लोग तुम्हें respect के साथ सुनेंगे. Understand? Now go home. Come back early tomorrow morning. So now teacher said, now you can go home, and next day tomorrow you will come to school early. You will not get late to the school. Bholi felt as if suddenly all the bells in the village temple were ringing and the trees in front of the school house had blossomed into big red flowers. So now as soon as she got some touch, attachment, emotions and encouragement from the teacher, and when she spoke some words in front of her teacher, तो सडनली उसे लगा सब बहुत अच्छा हो गया, सारी मंदिर की घंटियाँ बजने लगी हैं. मतलब जब कुछ अच्छा होता है तो ये सारे जो सीन्स होते हैं, सारे जो प्लांट्स से जिसमें कोई फ्लावर नहीं थे वो सब में फ्लावर्स आ चुके हैं, सब कुछ मतलब बहुत ही अच्छा होने लगा. तो शी वॉज हैविंग सम काइंड ऑफ होप इन हर. उसको बहुत अच्छा फील हुआ वहाँ पे. हर हार्ट वॉज थ्रॉबिंग विद अ न्यू होप एंड अ न्यू लाइफ. तो उसके हार्ट में एक नई उमंग आ रही थी, नई चीज़ें आ रही थी कि अब मैं चेंज हो जाऊंगी. आई विल बी अ इम्प्रूव्ड गर्ल एंड आई विल बी हैविंग करेज ऑफ माई सेल्फ. तो सम गुड चेंजेस विल बी देयर इन हर सेल्फ. Thus, the year passed, और इस तरह से 1 year was passed. She was going to school, she was learning things, and what happened? The village became a small town. So there was development in the village and it converted to a town. The little primary school became a high school, and that primary school of the girls, it became a high school. High school means till 10th. There were now a cinema under a tent shade and a cotton ginning mill. The mail train began to stop at the railway station. So these were the changes that came in the village. Like there was a school, high school, then cinema hall also came, and there was a mill of cotton that used to convert cotton into some other things. And then mail train used to begin because वहाँ पे एक मिल आ गई थी, तो वहाँ पे ट्रेन भी स्टॉप होने लगी थी. One night after dinner, Ramlal said to his wife, then, shall I accept Bisambar's proposal? So after dinner, Ramlal was discussing with his wife about the marriage proposal of Bholi, and he said, shall I accept Bisambar, means a person bridegroom, उसका proposal accept कर लें भोली के लिए. Then his wife replied, yes, certainly. Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do groom, a big shop, a house of his own, and I hear several thousand in the bank. Moreover, he did not asking for any dowry. So now Ramlal's wife, she said, yes, you can accept the proposal of December because he is having good house. उसका बहुत अच्छा वेल टू डू मतलब अच्छा बिजनेस है, सब कुछ, उसके बहुत सारे पैसे हैं बैंक में, और सबसे बड़ी बात ही इज़ नॉट आस्किंग फॉर डाउरी. दैट नाइट, बट ही इज़ नॉट सो यंग, यू नो, ऑलमोस्ट द सेम एज एज आई एम. सो ना रामलाल इज़ रिप्लाइंग टू हर, बट उसकी एज बहुत बड़ी ही, सिमिलर टू माई एज, मतलब मैं उसका पिता हूँ, आई एम हिज फादर, आई एम हर फादर, and that December is also equivalent to my age, and he's also means that he's also handicapped. Moreover, the children from his first wife are quite grown up. So now even December he is having first wife, she is no more, but उसके children भी काफ़ी बड़े हैं. So what? Does it matter? His wife replied. तो उसकी वाइफ बोली, it doesn't matter कि वो इतना बड़ा है, उसके बच्चे हैं और something like that. 45 or 50, it is no great age for a man. So now Ramlal's wife is saying it doesn't matter whatever the age of December. We are lucky that he is from another village and does not know about our poke marks and our lack of sense. So now his wife is telling that we are lucky that this person belongs to other village and he is not aware about that marks that our Bholi is having, and she does not have brain also. So he will marry without knowing all these things. If we don't accept this proposal, she may remain unmarried for her life. Then she is saying if we will not accept this December's proposal, then she will not get married in her whole life. Yes, but I wonder what Bholi will say. So now this thing, no, Bholi's father, he was thinking if I'll do all this thing without knowing of Bholi, then what she will think कि उसकी सारी बहनों की बहुत अच्छी जगह शादी हुई, मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों, what she will think. Then his wife is replying, what will that witless one say? She is like a dumb cow. So witless, she is saying that उसके पास दिमाग तो है नहीं, what she will think, वो तो चुपचाप सुन लेगी और रह लेगी आराम से, उसके पास कुछ सोचने के लिए है ही नहीं, because she did not have mind. Maybe you are right, muttered रामलाल. तो रामलाल भी धीरे से बोला, हो सकता तुम सही कह रहे हो कि वो सोच ही ना पाए इस चीज़ के बारे में. In the other corner of the courtyard, Bholi lay awake on her cot listening to her parents' whispered conversation. So when these two people were having conversation, father and mother of Bholi, and Bholi was awake, she was not sleeping, and she was listening to the conversation that was having with the father and mother. तो अपने पापा मम्मी की बातें सुन रही थी कि ऐसी ऐसी बात चल रही, दिसंबर के साथ शादी की बात चल रही, वो काफ़ी बड़ा है और भोली के पास तो दिमाग ही नहीं है इन सब बातों को सोचने के लिए, बट भोली वॉज लिसनिंग ऑल दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन. So now children, here I am ending with the first part and learning outcomes, the questions which you have seen at the beginning of the video. So first question was, does she find her teacher, so she means Bholi, different from the people at home? So answer is yes. She finds her teacher different from the people at home. Her teacher acts very kind to her. She is a kind and considerate lady. She had a soft and soothing tone that touches Bholi's heart. She gave Bholi a lot of encouragement and inspiration which she was not getting at her family. Coming towards the next question that we have seen. Why do Bholi's parents accept Bisambar's marriage proposal? Bholi's parents accepted Bisambar's marriage proposal because he was a well-set man. He had own house and a big shop. They feared that if they don't accept proposal, she would not be married for the rest of her life. They thought that this was their only chance as December was from another village and did not know about her bookmarks and lack of sense. So children, rest part will be covered in the part 3. So it will be continued in part 3. So thank you for watching the video, and part 3 will be loaded soon. Thank you.